right down. Me want big gun and make a jubal a talk with this. Uncle, you body, you just tight and get squeeze it. Excess amount of love and I'm gonna make it easy.
So we are on our way to Greektown in Chicago to 40 Hertz Productions to interview Grammy award-winning multi-platinum artist, recording artist, producer, vocalist, and songwriter Maximilian.
All the fat boy him, X amount of respect. Now hear this. Hey, fat boy, I wanna make you smile. Na, 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 na.
40 Hertz Productions, big music, nothing's at one. Check us out right here in Greektown. Joshua Scott, Shotzi Abreu, Maximilian. You see me? Come check with me.
I'm kind of excited about this interview because I did have a chance to research a lot of what he's done, and he's accomplished a lot during his career. He studied at the School of Juilliard. He came from another country, served in the armed forces. He has a mentoring program for young people who are interested in getting into the music industry. And also, I found out that Chicago, believe it or not, is not exactly the best place to have a thriving career in the music industry. You know, most people have to go to New York or LA in order to have a career like that, and he's very well established here in Chicago, and he's doing quite well. So I'm really excited about this interview. I want to see how much he's going to open up though, because I'm sure going to pry. So I'm going to ask Maximilian to do a little freestyle for us. I saw some videos on his Facebook page where he was doing a little freestyle, but was that really freestyle? We're gonna find out, because I'm gonna put him on the spot. I'm like, hey, so hit a freestyle for me. I'm also gonna ask him if he thinks I can sing, which I'm really nervous about, because for those of you who have heard me sing right now, you're going, no, don't do it, especially on camera. But part of what he does is to train vocalists on how to be the best vocalists that they can be. So I am going to see what he can do with this voice.
I think you should sing something right now.
You think?
Yep, you done brought it up. So they need to hear it before and after. With this voice don't mean nothing if they don't get it before and after.
Okay, all right, okay. I did say I was going to put him on the spot, so now you put me on the spot. All right, so something that I will sing. Oh, wow. Oh, no, that one has swear words in it.
I can edit them out.
But see, you know what? If I think about it, if I really, really think about it, I'll be able to choose a song that's in my key, and that really wasn't it. Because in the shower, I'm the bomb. You, yeah, the acoustics is the bomb. It's not the bomb in the car. You know, the bombs are outside, so.
Maximilian, sitting pon the rhythm. Watch us.
Baby, take your
times you can do it right.
Do it right, baby, take your
Times you can do it right.
Do it right, take your
Times you can do it right.
baby, take your
Come on, take your time. Come on, take your time. Come on, take your time. Come on, take.
Hi, I'm Erica Gilchrist, award-winning speaker, author, and trainer, and welcome to WTF, Women Thriving Fearlessly, where we reveal personal stories of successful people to inspire you on your journey to thriving successfully. And I'm really excited about the interview that we have today. We have gold and platinum artist, producer, Maximilian.
Sitting pon the rhythm,
Watch us. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We really appreciate you taking time out to speak with us today.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about 40 Hertz Productions.
40 Hertz Productions. 40 Hertz Productions, man, it's been quite a journey. 40 Hertz Productions started with me and a couple of other partners about 6 years ago, and just like many things that is tedious, business is tedious, you know. Some people can hang in there with it, and some of them find out it's just a little rougher than what they thought. As business became rough, I started to get other people that wanted to become part of 40 Hertz. But I could say that after the 7 years, this is 40 Hertz Productions. The company now is 40 Hertz Productions, consists of Joshua Scott, Shatia Braille. My partner is Joshua Scott. Shatia Braille is our graphic artist. We've got All Natural is our A&R, and some other colorful characters that are here and take care of other things to keep the whole locomotive running. So I could say that 40 Hertz has come to its maturity right now in the new place that we're here on 304 South Halstead, in the middle of Greektown. All the different people that come through here, from Chinese to East Indian to even Jamaican like myself, Africans, African American, you name it, Caucasian. Everybody comes through this area, and everybody comes through this studio. It's an international studio, so we have an international roster of people on our roster for 40 Hertz, and we deal with commercials. We produce commercials. We do soundtracks for major film companies, TriStar, DreamWorks, to name a couple. The companies such as Brash Entertainment and Namco Productions that make computer games. We do commercials for people like McDonald's and other corporations, the corporates we deal with. And we produce music for people from your smallest up-and-coming artists who are trying to get into the business to even those like Shaka Khan and Celine Dion, so many people, that we've touched, without dropping a mini name, but we touch the people that are in the domesticated arenas as well as the international arenas with the music. And we make ourselves touchable. We make ourselves affordable for people who are trying to come into this business, and give mentoring programs to kind of teach people what this business is about before they go spending their money,
Right.
And everything. Let them learn what it's about.
Okay. And I'm glad you mentioned earlier on about it has come to its maturity now after 7 years. So how have you been able to maintain that stamina? Because most people think they know what they want, but then they realize how much work it is, and then they fall. So how were you able to sustain for so long?
I think I sustained for so long utilizing a philosophy of this being God's mission that I'm doing. The music is something that I'm trying to not only internationalizing reggae music, pioneering reggae with rap, or pioneering reggae with club like I did, but really to have it live on and become more was what I made the mission. So when I felt that it was a God mission rather than a man mission, it's what made me work even harder to stick at it. Everybody else made it a man mission and a woman mission. They made it a mission where how much money am I going to make right now? What am I going to get out of this? I made it a mission to clean up music, to try my best, not to change anything that anybody else was doing, but to just clean up music. Has there been a song in a while that could become a dusty? Has there been a song in a while that could become an oldie? That's what I want to create again in music, you see me?
So let's say I'm an up-and-coming artist, right? And I come to 40 Hertz Productions, and you hear me sing, and I'm not very good. You've encountered that, yes?
I have encountered that.
How do you handle that?
I encountered that many times in this business. And what I do is I still compliment the artist. I compliment the singer. And I give them, because everyone has something I could do for them. So with that type of artist, I'll tell them, I feel like maybe you need some ear and vocal lessons. And, I'm a graduate of Juilliard School of Music, so I know the theory of music too. I'm not just a reggae artist or just a hip-hop artist or a rap artist, but I know the theory of music. So I give them, using the master key and some other secret formulas I've got laying around, the expertise I've got over the years, I teach them how to build their ear and build their voice without taking them through la 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 la, and I make it interesting. So I suggest to those people that they take that. Let's do that first before you record so you don't waste your money.
Right.
Then if I can pull the talent out of them or within working with them, find a niche in which they would set musically, then I could set them up and maybe even give them a professional career. But if it's a person who I know there's nothing much I could do for them, you know, they're going to really have to bud and become what they are from the caterpillar that they are.
Right.
They're going to have to tear their way out of that cocoon, their self, and become the butterfly. If that happens, and I really see it, I stay honest to that too. And what I usually do is I'll tell a person, I'll say, you know, here's what I think you should do. You go, you find your private teacher, you take some more song lessons, take some other things. If you do that, then you'll be good, because when I was young, I was about, I think about 7 years old, and I went to a school and I wanted to play clarinet. And my mom knew how bad I wanted to play it because I saw it sitting there in this window, and I wanted that instrument. I wanted to play it. I didn't care what it took. So she got the instrument for me before I got the lessons. You feel me? So I got the instrument, and I went into the band teacher because I heard that band was about to start, and I went into the band teacher, and his name was Mr. Jackson. And I said, Mr. Jackson, I really want to be in this band and everything. I remember talking to him, and he said, yeah, well, okay, I'll let you sit here. We're going to go through some things. All the other kids must have had private lessons because they could already play some things off of the sheet music. I didn't know what I was looking at. But at the end of everything, I sounded so terrible. He told me, maybe you should play basketball.
Wow.
Maybe you want to wrestle or do something else here at the school, you know.
Did you show him your Grammy?
Well, I had the great fortune of knowing where he was still, sending him 2 invites when I got the Grammy for Sexual Healing. And I sent him 2 invites, and he sat there, and I walked out in the audience, and I told him, thank you for making me motivate to do that, because you turning me down for band, you telling me that I was no good and I need to play basketball or something else. I did leave your arena, but I
Right.
went and made my own arena.
That's right.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
So you have a mentoring program,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
I do.
is it specifically for recording artists, vocalists? Who are they for?
It's really, you know, I've gotten a couple of actors that have come through here, like Mo Sims is a good friend of mine. She's an actress and doing many things, and she came through, even though she's a vocalist too, but acting is her thing. So she said, you know, I still want to join your program. I want to know what this diva program is about, and I
Okay.
want to get down with it. She got down with it, and she would have to tell you, but I believe that it was a boost of energy. It was a learning experience, is what I've heard from many of the divas, you know, and Shatia is one of the divas we have here now that I work with. And they say that I'm rough and I'm grumpy and everything, but they say they love me and they learn a lot from me.
You know, I saw a photograph on your Facebook page. You were mentoring these young men, and they were hanging on your every single word. I love that photograph, and it says a lot about your experience and what it is that you have to offer. But what is something that you wish you knew then that you know now?
I think it would have been to wait for the partner I got now, and completely took my time and groomed him. Even back then when I saw him, he was with a partner of mine, Joe Smooth. Joe Smooth was grooming him, so he had to get through his kung fu school first,
Okay.
to get to mine, you know. And Joe knew it, so he brought him. And that was the real working of a mechanics, because we became the Wonder Twins, you know, Chicago Wonder Twins production team, now worldwide known, now doing things that are listened to worldwide. Got a international release with him and Shatia Burrell singing on America with me. And it's really a song that's doing excellent all in Europe, and about to go out to Asia under a DJ named Pito Forte that does major coliseums, 50,000 or more in the audience. You know, he's one of the bigger guys like Dead Mouse and Bass Nectar. And he's our mechanism for the travel of the music.
Okay.
And it's with a really, really good record company there in Italy, and BMG is distributing it. So
Excellent.
yeah, some real good stuff. Real
That's
good
hot.
stuff.
So if a vocalist comes to you and they're wonderful, they're magnificent, you can see yourself working with them, but when they get in front of people, they freeze.
Yes.
Stage fright. How do you mentor or coach them through that?
We do that because what I do is invite everybody that's 40 hertz here as many times as I can. Sometimes we have closed sessions and stuff. Like today before you guys got here, we had a closed session with some people, and sometimes they want closed session. But, you know, we have a closed session with just 40 hertzers where we all sit here, and that is the audience. And because everyone here has voices, everyone here is a singer, it puts that singer on the spot now, not only with an audience, but an audience that can sing.
Right.
So you have to be good.
Yeah, you have to
and
produce.
You get over the fear then of stage fright from singing in front of your mentors and your peers.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
So give us a synopsis of what your average day looks like. Because many people want to
Yeah.
be in the seat you're sitting in,
Yeah.
and they have no idea what that entails.
They have no idea. I'll tell you, my day consists of, I know, let's say, my night. And it sounds strange, but that's when my day starts. So my night is 12 o'clock, and 12 o'clock twilight time, I have a mix coming in tonight. I'm going to work and do 4-hour blockouts, usually with those artists. We'll work until 4 o'clock in the morning. Not all artists are going to just need 4 hours. Some of them need until 6 because they want to perfect it. They want it to be right. So then 6 o'clock in the morning comes. Now, that's the producer job, but I'm an artist too, and I'm a gold and platinum artist. So now the gold and platinum artist job kicks in, and guys want to call me from different parts of the world, like let's say Dubai. I get my Dubai phone calls come in because we're going there in a couple of months as a company. So I get my Dubai phone calls come in now. They're calling me from all of their newspapers and their young people's dance shows and their MTV. See, every country, has its own thing going on, just like America. Everywhere you go, they've got their own TV shows and their own this and their own that. So all those shows from every 62 countries that I've went gold and platinum in call me on a regular all throughout the night because it's daytime here and it's nighttime there.
And vice versa.
So they're
yeah.
exactly. So they're calling me. So I'm doing radio interviews. Right after that, this is in the morning time because it's in their evening time now. And I'm being interviewed by these guys. So now I'm doing these interviews. Now I know by 11 o'clock in the morning, I got to be ready, clean up from last night's stuff to start the next session of the day for 12 o'clock in the day that morning. That's the start. It's like from 12 to 12, you're a producer and you've got all of this work to do. You're producing tracks for different people. We don't just produce tracks just for the fun of it. We produce them with a marketing in the first part of it, feeling like we want to touch products, we want to touch certain artists. So me and Jay will look at each other, we'll say, man, let's shoot something out to K. John. He did the Oceans song. Let's shoot something out to him. So I hit K. John on the phone and say, hey man, boom, 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 I'm going to shoot you this song. We're going to work on that for the rest of the day to make sure it's perfected because we know K. John's going to go and he's going to play it for somebody. If I shoot something to Celine Dion or one of our other really big clients like a Sade, we know that mix, that music has to be on. So we're up and we're doing it. So the day consists of total work, and people say, when do you get a chance to rest?
Yes, to sleep.
Sleep comes all in between everything, guys. You know what I mean? You heard Puff Daddy say sleep is for suckers. You've heard your grandmom and aunties say sleep is for dead folk. You feel me? It is no joke that is true with becoming a success, that you won't get sleep. And if you sleep, you'll sleep through success and you will miss something. So me being an ex-military guy, ex-ranger, ex-army ranger, sleep would mean that you would be a dead soldier. You know what I mean? We knew that we had to stay alert to stay alive. And so I feel like within this mission, right now we're fighting a war of good and evil in music and entertainment and everything. I have to stay awake and I have to make it all go So God will just keep giving me that energy I need. And when the mission is fulfilled to that one level, then he'll give me the chance to rest. Somebody else will keep fire guard, then, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've done some great things, and you set up shop here in Chi-Town.
Shaitan.
So do you have to be in a really big city like New York or LA in order to be successful in the music industry?
You know what? Some would say you wouldn't have to. You know, I'd like to think that you don't have to, because I got some good buddies who made good, like from Louisville, Kentucky and stuff. Nappy Roots and Seven, the producer, Seven Aurelius. Some other people from there, Anthony Hamilton, and just some good artists have come from that little spot. And I know artists just like T.I. did his thing for his town, and NWA did their thing for Compton. Chicago has always, since the days of Willie Dixon and some of the other artists, Buddy Guy that did major things here, Smokey and some of the other people that came through at that time. I think that it's made a city because when you paint it with nothing but talent, it becomes now, it's this building that has many, many coats of paint, which makes it last longer. So that's what it does for the little small places. They're just starting a few coats of paint, but they're going to become something. For Chicago, it already had coats of paint, and that's what made me come here to make it. I knew I could make it in Chicago because I had made it in Liberty City, Florida, which is a real rough spot, with people from my island and other people from many other islands. I made it in Louisville, Kentucky, and small, and it was a small place, and I checked that out. I came to Chicago, and Chicago was a revelation for me. So Chicago, when I looked at it, yeah, it had cheers that were filled. You know, you had Twister that was the fastest rapper. You had all these guys that had hot stuff, you know, from Sniper to Do or Die to Psychodrama to you name it, Quelo, guys like that were doing really hot stuff. There was no representation of reggae music. There was no guy pioneering reggae music to go outside of Clark Street, where they would allow us as people from Jamaica or people from the islands to do our stuff at Wild Hair or to do our stuff at Exodus, but that was our limitation, besides the parks in the summertime. When I saw that, man, it made me say, you know what? I'm about to internationalize reggae out of Chicago. There was one group called Roots Rock Reggae, and those guys were the first reggae enthused and Jamaican put together group to get a Grammy here in Chicago, but the only one. So I made the second artist, to do that twice. And that was a serious cheer. When I got that cheer, I knew that I should be the guy to say, hey, I'm the king of this reggae thing. I'm the king of this crossing over of the music. And I'll set in my kingdom in Chicago. I'll make Chicago my kingdom. And I'll get down with all Chicago artists, which I have. And I've touched everybody. The guys I mentioned earlier, Michelle from Destiny Child, so many people that have come through here that are Chicago people. Shaka Khan, that I'm Chicago now, even though I'm Jamaican, I'm Chicago. This is my city. This is my realm. When Beanie Man comes here, he knows, you know what I mean? When Sean Paul comes here, he knows. And I know those guys are the kings where they set. When Mad Stuntman comes from New York, I know he's the king where he sets. So we are like this. We're good friends. And Chicago, mostly the music business, are good friends here. So I say, yeah, for guys who really want to make it in a big city, the main thing is that you got to pay your dues. When you go to a city like this, you got to pay your dues. And that's the only thing about a big city. Small city, you can just kind of do it yourself, make your own pace. Here, it takes a certain transmission fluid to run Chi-Town. It takes a certain gasoline to run Chi-Town, to do things. You can't come in with your own transmission fluid or anything else and think you're going to change it. Chicago runs the way it does. You feel me? It really does.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So on the way here, I told Z, I said, you know what? I saw Maximilian freestyle online. I said, but I'm going to put him on the spot. I'm going to have him freestyle for our viewers. So I don't know how you want to do that.
Yeah.
If you need me to help you, I will.
You know, I might
maybe
need
give
your
you a little
help.
beat or something. But I want you to just go ahead and give our viewers a little freestyle.
That's real. I'll do that. One, this unstoppable, yes, this woman will have your mind sitting back and presuming. When the youth are coming, the beat is booming. Maximilian, you know that this wicked one man. J. Scott, 40 Hertz, come back again. Shatia Braille is a part of my clan. Erica Gilchrist, Enterprise is my man. Gotta mash it up, it ain't no doubt, let your mind expand. You could do this thing, I travel from land to land. Get green bread, unlocked about it in my hand. Dead presidents and I make them expand. Ain't no doubt about it, man, you could even ask my man. You them a done it, so what am I gonna then? Yes, Erica Gilchrist, that's my friend. We are gonna do it, yes, we're gonna move it to the end. Unstoppable woman and an unstoppable man.
Ah, that's hot. That's hot. You got all that, right? Yeah. You gotta put my voice on that track somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna need some credits or something. All right, so let's go ahead and turn that down. We're gonna let's turn it down. Go do the snake thing. Do the snake thing you did. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was hot. That was
Freestyle,
hot.
freestyle
That was hot.
all day.
See, you know, I can do that. I know how to do that. But you know, we run out of time. You know, and I don't want to embarrass you
Yeah.
or nothing like that. I don't
No,
want you to
that's all
think,
good,
you know, and then I can sing too.
Showing me up, showboating.
Right.
you
I don't
know.
want to do all that. You know,
Yeah,
unstoppable.
yeah.
You know, I know
She
how
does
to.
have rhymes.
Yeah, I do. But I don't do it in front of cameras.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know, I can do
Only
it in the
mics.
car. All right, so we're not going to take up any more of your time. Maximilian,
Respect.
thank you so much for joining
Anytime.
us here. I really do appreciate
Thank you,
you
thank
sharing your insight, your hard work, and much more success to you.
It's serious.
Congratulations.
People, thank you. Hey, let me tell you something. Watch this show. This girl is unstoppable for real, man. She's got the stamp and approval of 40 Hertz Productions and Maximilian. You see me? Big up.
All right. So, what stuck out to me the most about that interview was the perseverance that it took to build a thriving business. So he went through multiple partners and was still able to maintain the business until he found the right one. And that just reminds me of something that a good friend and mentor once told me. He said, Erica, all you have to do is stay in the game. Because for every day that you stay in the game, someone else drops out, and that's one less person you have competition with. So for you, in order to thrive fearlessly, I'm going to offer you the same advice. Stay in the game. Stay in the game. Stay in the game. I'm Erica Gilchrist, award-winning speaker, author, and trainer. And thank you for watching this episode of WTF, Women Thriving Fearlessly. While you're here, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and be sure to share this video with all your friends and all your social networks. And head on over to theunstoppablewoman.net where we can take your questions and comments. And until we speak again, thrive fearlessly.